Hi guys, welcome to another video. So today is November 22nd. So as you may know, almost all the indices in United States has been broken up the historic high. So it's right now people saying that wow, there's really a bubble there and here and there. So I can tell you that there's some economy support in order for a stock index to go up, but sometimes there's really can reflect the economy, so there's a bubble and the bubble will going to burst. So that's the main difference. So today we'll talk about the website that I've been talking about around half or more than half years ago. I say that after this website and my point of view, I'm saying that almost 0% that the market will going to peak or the bubble will be burst. So I'm not saying that whether or not there's bubble, but I'm saying that the bear market is far from close, far from near us. So there's basically some theories behind that. So economy is always using the Fed rate as a benchmark, or borrowing money between banks and for businesses like that. But other than that, the 10-year Treasury bond is something that we perceive as what market is thinking and the market confidence about the United States and maybe the economy globally. So as long as the spread between the 10-year and the Fed rate is large enough, there's almost certain that the bear market, the recession, will not come visit us in the near future. So I would say that in my point of view, first of all, the first signal is 10-year yield. So we can look at this yield. 10-year yield is one of the leading index that will affect the leading index. As you may know, the leading index will affect the general market and also the economy. And people will play around this number and then decided to leave or enter the United States markets only because of the leading indicator. And this leading indicator is almost 1/3 importance of the factor of the leading index. So that is one factor. And for myself, I will look at 5 years yield. For this website, is more or less doing similar calculation. So some of us may know this calculation, but you have left me a comment asking the formula between that. So that is exactly why they're asking 10-year yield right now, 3 months yield like that, and then the Fed rate. So as you may know, you can enter the number right now to test. Is now 10-year is 2.366. 2.366. Okay. The second one is 3 months, right? Is right now 1.29. 1.29. And the Fed rate, assuming is 1.25, and there's right now is 100% chance that FOMC meeting happening on December 14th will be 100% going to raise the interest rate. So we press calculate. So it's only not 5%, not 50%. There's 0.5% that the recession will happen in the next 12 months. So it's close to zero. That's exactly what I'm talking about, because it's about the market. It's about calculation. It's never about our emotionally thinking that the market will peak. It's not like that. Emotionally, we think that price has been up, then bubble must be there, right? But in fact, the price will be up, can be supported by real economy, right? Real company earnings, stuff like that. So you can twist that around, because as long as the 10-year is larger than 3 months and then larger than the Fed rate, that's okay. So let's say if they're going to raise interest rate in 2018 for 5 times or 6 times, it's going up to 3%. Let's see. So the recession will be really high. Okay, so first of all, we'll look at the intersection, the order of the 10-year and 3 months and Fed rate. The second reason is about how high the rates are. So, for example, in 2008, we see that the 10-year Treasury is not as appealing, not as attractive. But suddenly, because the Fed rate is going to raise interest rate, right? So the peak is around 5.5%. But the 3-month Treasury is reflecting how high the possibility of Fed is going to raise interest rate. So the 3 months will be higher. Then, as you can see, the order is exactly opposite of today. And also, in general, the rate is really high. So if you calculate, the chance of recession is 81.5%. So you may say that you now know that if rate every time is the same, because when before the bull market and the expansion is close to the end, we always judge and we always assuming, we always thinking things are fishy, but in fact it's not fishy. By the time when everything is reversed, by the time we are not thinking straight, we're not thinking things are fishy, we only cherish the time we're making money. So anything of what we're thinking today, any questions and problems that we are thinking today will be forgotten. And then that's the time with this ratio is really recession. That is why this kind of formulas and this kind of theories that I talk about and think about really stuck in people's mind. But because of emotionally, you really want to invest, you really missing the time of making money. So that's why people didn't care about the 85% of the recession probability. But right now it's exactly opposite. So that is why we should think about are we going to wait for adjustment to invest in stocks? Are we going to wait for adjustment in housing market? But I talked about in previous video, for example, in United States, the housing market is extremely healthy compared to other countries. So I'm not saying other countries is really bad and unhealthy, because I talk about this in the about the Australian housing market in the past video. So in Canada and Australia, as long as the rate is low and the Fed is lower than 3 months and then lower than 5 years and then lower than 10 years, there's almost 0% that recession is coming up in the next 12 months. Just trust statistics and trust the math. So in case I'm saying that, in case the stock market and housing market is going to boom and healthily booming, and you're not involved in that. So I think if not, you're not fully trusting it, at least you're not fully holding 100% cash, right? So that is to explain the fundamentals of why the stock market is still going up. Don't listen to other craps outside saying that technically it's overpriced and stuff like that. Yes, technically it can overprice, it can adjust, right? It can step back, but main direction is we still at the bull market, which means that it can adjust big time, but in the end it will hit historic high again and again. That is exactly why I started this channel last year this time. This is the time, right? And at that time, look. At the time, is it high? It's high, right? It's only for our eyes that is high. For economy, as long as people are making money, companies are profiting, economy is growing, why can't the stock indexes and stock price reflecting the true health? It is reflecting only the true health, right? So also, even that, I've drawn all the technical analysis to support my decisions, right? So even though I guess it wrong, I calculated it wrongly, but using the charting analysis, you can protect yourself in short term, right? So as long as you do the homework, you have done your calculations, just trust yourself, just trust statistics. So if you have any questions about technical analysis or stuff like that, for example, wave theory, gap theory, stuff like that, you can ask me. But as long as we know what to do, right? That is the key, and to explain and to defend myself from other and differentiate ourselves from other people saying that the stock market is high, is too high to chase, too high to buy, but because of no reasons, no supports at all. It can be high technically, but it can be too high fundamentally. So if they're saying that, yes, I can take a reference of, but do you have proof? Don't trust that nobody from those big brand, big channels, big titles. They might not know what they're doing, right? I'm not saying that I know, but I'm saying that I would do this calculation. Will you do the same? So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and also like my Facebook page. Please press like and share this video to your friends. That's the most direct way to show me that you guys are watching this video. And also, please leave me comments. I show you. I will leave this to you guys. So I'll see you next time. Investing Made Easy. Goodbye.